Let me know once we're live. Hey, everybody. A very exciting one. Let me know once we have some decent amount of people filter in. Looks like there's not that many questions. Great. Pull up all of the different questions. Also might have some alpha to drop today as well. That's exciting. How many people we got now? Recording and everything's working well? Awesome. Right. I'll get started here in a second. Right, guys. Thank you for attending the State of the Art today. I'm here along with Matvey. We're going to be discussing some of the updates pushed to the Arc ecosystem over the past couple weeks now. The biggest thing is the proposal. You guys voted on proposal 001, which has a lot of upgrades for the ecosystem. We have an upgrade for the token. which has been pushed now. You can see our new contract address if you visit Dex Tools or any of the other platforms. It's very exciting for us because it adopts some of the biggest growth catalysts that a lot of these other large tokens have done, like M87, for example, or POW. And personally, very excited for what's been voted for, and it's been an absolute pleasure to have gone through that process. So, along with that, there's some macroeconomic developments. You have the Fed in September, very likely cutting interest rates, which is incredible for the space. You have several other factors, like typically, if you look at the past 12 years, around this time, every 4 years, there is a thing known as alt season, which potentially may happen. It's very exciting. You can see that stuff's already starting to pick up across the board. And then just on networking and business in general, things have been absolutely booming. We have some incredible opportunities on the table, and yeah, we're going to. It seems like we're going to be growing quite a bit here. So with that, I actually also wanted to screen share something, but I'm trying to figure out a way to do it without revealing the URL. I know you guys are going to want to be visiting it yourself if I do that. Is there any way to do that, Madbay? I just share the tab. Okay, let me test that. Does this show the URL at all? Okay, let me make sure that, okay. Can you see that? All right, guys. Well, you've been asking for some Matrix updates, so let's talk Matrix updates. We've built nearly the entire platform. I can connect to Matrix. I have my wallet here. You can see the encrypted prompts delivered directly to base mainnet now. You can go to the Explorer, check that out. You have your dashboard. Right now, I don't have any models uploaded into the system, but as the weeks roll by, I will be showing you guys more content there. You can, of course, create your models. Any model that you want that's open source can be encrypted through the Matrix system. You can do access requests. You manage requests. You can also request access to other people's models, because once again, with Matrix, your AI models are encrypted via your wallet. So it's true self-ownership of AI in a way that nobody else is doing. You have your inference. You can edit your models in here and discuss with them. Once again, that's fully encrypted. And you got model management, and we have the user guide. And like I said, a lot has been going into this, and I'll be showing some more content soon. But we're very, very excited for Matrix. It represents an enormous step forwards in the world of AI, especially when it comes to encryption. Every other model out there, or company, if you want to use enterprise models, if you want to adopt AI models for your company, you have to trust somebody. You have to trust OpenAI Enterprise. You have to trust AWS. Or you could just be a developer and run the model locally on your PC. But then that's only your model. It's very difficult to share that with your network. But with Matrix, you can adopt the most cutting edge models in just minutes and share it within your entire organization. It takes the timeline of AI adoption with companies down tremendously by over 90%. And it also makes things much cheaper because companies won't necessarily be so concerned about training their own models to sit on their infra when they have a tool that's essentially just an adoption layer for speeding that process up enormously. So very excited for that, guys. With that, I will be diving into some questions. So later when the recording's out, I'm sure there's going to be more questions. I showed you guys some of the UI and how the tool works. But let's dive into some of the questions we got now. I think it's going to be a short and sweet one today, unless we get some more. Matt Vey and anyone else asking questions? How many listeners we got now? And while you're doing that, I'm going to start answering some of these questions, guys. So you got a question from Marco in Telegram. There's actually several questions here. So after Matrix is launched, what are the 3 main actions / products on which ARK will focus its efforts? So great question, Marco. But we're pretty much going to be focused on getting Matrix to as many people as possible. Matrix is the culmination of our efforts. You had Reactor, you had the AST engine of Reactor, what allowed us to train a better model. But then that also lent to the creation of Matrix in how we actually built the encryption behind it. Matrix is the most cutting edge tech we have, and it's also the most widely adoptable tech that we have. So we want to be focused on getting it to people. So we're going to be targeting enterprises and large organizations because they desperately need tech like this, especially organizations that need encryption in their AI. There's a lot of regulations out there where you can't just use any AI model off the internet, or you could get in serious trouble. And Matrix is going to significantly improve things for those organizations. A lot of those companies right now are having to co-locate their own GPUs and create their own development instances and train their own models. It's a very time-intensive and resource-intensive process. Matrix can do that in minutes. So we're going to be focused on that. And we're also going to be focused on bringing Matrix to the masses in general, because privacy and AI is a huge narrative right now. And we have a solution that allows you to own your models and share them directly through your wallet. No one else can do that. And we definitely want to put fuel to the fire and getting that message out. How's progress with associations? Is there anything relevant that can be shared with any of them? Yeah, there's some great progress as far as getting Matrix adopted. So there is a very large layer 1 that we're working with, and I should be speaking with their head soon, discussing how we can partner on getting Matrix within their ecosystem. There's also another partner that I partnered with recently that gets content out to over 400 million people a month. That's very exciting, and I think Matrix can play a key role within that ecosystem flywheel that's able to do that reach of over 400 million a month. Estimated time frame for the Matrix launch: will it be done in phases, or will it be open from the start to anyone who wants to use it? So the time frame is going to be, what we're targeting is the next 3 to 4 weeks. We'll probably have pilots out and small test links out with some different members of the community before then. We want to test it out a little bit more. But yeah, there's going to be some phases as well, right? And there's always beta. You always have the individual phase, and then you roll it out to a larger team and then an enterprise. But yeah, the eventual goal is we want it to be open to everybody. Everyone can benefit from owning their AI models. everyone can benefit from owning their data. So that's the eventual goal. So marketing level, um, as I mentioned, we have some of these different engagements in the works. We want to start absolutely beating the streets when it comes to marketing. So that means me having videos daily with Matrix, showing how it works, getting that out to folks, and also getting it out to our partners. That means getting as many people as possible to start using Matrix and spreading the word. And that also means utilizing partnerships, like I mentioned. There's a big narrative with privacy and AI right now. Matrix fits the bill perfectly. And with some of the partnerships on the table, especially the one with hundreds of millions of impressions per month, I think that Matrix can reach people in a way that other products haven't before. And I'm excited for that. So Crypto Music asked, will we get the promised rewards retroactively for logging in a protocol every day for the last few months, or should we forget about it? So with that, I want to say definitely thankful for everyone who's been logging in to earn with ARK. That data has been tremendously helpful. We are planning a solution for that. We're working on the second proposal right now, along with some community members. And what we want to do along with that is figure out a nice way to transition Earn with ARK. So that's probably going to look like some community tokens being allocated towards Earn with ARK for that transition period in between now and if proposal 2 is implemented by you guys, the community. And I think that's it. Let me see if there's any other questions. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, an amazing product, and I love the UI. So I'm Ari here in Discord. He's tagging me. So Matrix can be used on any AI model. Can the providers of those models block us from Matrix providing the privacy layer, as they could see us as competitors and just deny us? In the past, there were plans of launching our own wallet. Is this still planned? As this would greatly help onboard Web2 users that just want to get ARK for usage of our products. So a little bit of a multi-tiered question, so let's dive into it. So as far as open source models are concerned, no, they can't block us. And there's actually a very large selection of open source models out there that are finally comparable to state-of-the-art models. So you have Nemotron, you have a couple of the other ones that are doing quite well, and they can't be blocked because it's open source. That being said, we also want to provide Reactor through Matrix as well. Reactor has a lot of benefits, and if people are going to be dropping their data and encrypting it in the Matrix, Reactor can learn very quickly from that data, as well as, ARK, we can't see it ourselves, which is the key benefit of Matrix in that it's trustless. Second part of the question is if we're planning on still launching our own wallet. So right now we're just focused on using MetaMask. Everyone is using MetaMask. We're focused on Wallet Connect and other wallets out there. We want to make it as seamless as possible. So what you might see in Matrix is a version where it's not necessarily our own wallet UI, but you sign up for an account and you're assigned a wallet. And that way, if you're a Web2 user just wanting to get into Web3, you have a very simple access point. You're not creating a whole new wallet. You just have a login, which generates a wallet for you, and then you store your own private key, which could simplify things. That's what I see us potentially creating with Matrix to help the adoption process if you don't already have an existing wallet like MetaMask. Yeah, I mean, we want to make it as simple as possible to utilize Matrix, and that's for companies, enterprises, as well as individuals. Well, and with that, I think that's the end of our questions. I don't see any other questions. Is there any popping up in StreamYard, Mabe? So the marketing budget is whatever we have at our disposal, right? So you could just spend $50,000 on an altcoin daily video, and that'll get you nowhere. Or you can create partnerships that bring benefits to both sides, and those partnerships can reach millions of users ready to convert in a more meaningful way. So as far as the budget, I mean, we have the capability to get out all of this organic content, get it out to partners. And like I mentioned, we also have that other partnership on the table now. And that's what we're going to be focused on, as the market picks up and more adoption of Matrix happens and you start to build that revenue flywheel, we'll be able to scale. And then also, of course, as our bridge round is closing out with some investors that we have, we'll be able to scale marketing there as well. But as far as numbers, I can't disclose that. Yeah. 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 Yep. Absolutely. I mean, you could have several $1,000s. You just pay um, on marketing to get it out to your community and with some KOLs who don't care about the project. Or you could allocate it towards creating higher quality content and leveraging a partnership that will get the content out to more people. So it really depends on how efficiently networked you are and how adaptable the product is, which we have both of those things culminating to head right now. Anyway, yeah. Well, guys, if you have any more questions, feel free to leave them. Let's close out here in the next minute or so. If no one does, Manbay. And yeah, guys, as mentioned, there's a lot of progress. You guys just saw the Matrix app for yourself, the web app. I've updated you on some of the partnerships in progress that we've been working on. And guys, just very exciting stuff in general. On our end, we're very excited about the future. And yeah, if you have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the community channels. We're going to be working along with the community on second proposal. And, if you guys pass that, very excited for that as well. As far as Virtual's Arc being migrated, just keep an eye on our social media pages, guys. We're waiting on the base team. And along with Matrix as well, and how that's going to grow with token utility. We are also working on a light paper to present to you guys in the future. There's a lot of utility that Arc could serve within Matrix. I'm envisioning a sort of decentralized computing network for Matrix itself so that individuals and small companies that need to use Matrix but can't afford our enterprise membership will be able to plug in. And what better to operate that network than nodes that require you to stake ARC? So that's one of the things I'm working on right now, and we're excited to be presenting that to you guys over the next couple weeks. All right, everyone. That was the state of the ARC. Thank you.